Today, we pay tribute to the American celebrities and global figures who are no longer with us. Before we start, please like this video to help support our channel. Thank you, and let's begin.
Tanya Roberts, the popular American actress and model, died at 65 from complications of a severe urinary tract infection that spread to her organs. She collapsed in her home after returning from a walk with her dogs and went to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where doctors put her on a ventilator. A miscommunication between hospital staff and her representative led news outlets to prematurely report her passing a day before she actually died. Roberts became a household name when she joined the final season of Charlie's Angels as Julie Rogers. She reached global audiences playing Bond girl Stacey Sutton opposite Roger Moore in A View to a Kill. Sitcom fans knew her best as Midge Pinciotti on That 70s Show, where she appeared in over 80 episodes before stepping away from acting to care for her ailing husband. Patrick Swayze, the famous American actor and dancer, died at age 57 following a long fight with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Medical professionals diagnosed him in early 2008, yet he kept working on set while undergoing regular chemotherapy treatments. Swayze established himself as a major Hollywood star through lead roles in Dirty Dancing, Ghost, and Point Break. His turn as Johnny Castle turned him into a pop culture icon, while his performance in Ghost alongside Demi Moore brought him a Golden Globe nomination. Before moving to film, he spent years training in classical ballet, which allowed him to perform his own fight scenes and dance routines. Swayze stayed active in acting through his final year, starring as an FBI agent in the television series The Beast. Michael Clarke Duncan, the big screen actor known for his physical presence and deep voice, died at 54 from complications following a massive heart attack. He suffered a sudden cardiac arrest at his home 2 months earlier and never fully recovered despite long-term ICU care. Duncan moved to Los Angeles in the 1990s and worked as a celebrity bodyguard for figures like Will Smith before getting his big break in Hollywood. His defining performance came in 1999 when he played death row inmate John Coffey in The Green Mile. The emotional role earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. He later starred in summer blockbusters such as Armageddon, Planet of the Apes, and Daredevil, while voicing heavy-hitting characters in animated movies like Kung Fu Panda. Natasha Richardson, the English stage and film actress, died at age 45 from an epidural hematoma caused by a head injury. The incident happened during a private skiing lesson at the Mont Tremblant Resort in Quebec, where she took a minor fall on a beginner slope. Though she initially felt fine and turned down immediate medical care, a severe headache developed 2 hours later. Paramedics rushed her to a regional hospital before transferring her to New York City. Richardson grew up in a well-known theatrical family as the daughter of actress Vanessa Redgrave and director Tony Richardson. She won a Tony Award in 1998 for playing Sally Bowles in Cabaret and starred in popular movies such as The Parent Trap, Made in Manhattan, and Patty Hearst. Dennis Farina, the character actor famous for playing tough cops and mobsters, died at 69 after suffering a pulmonary embolism caused by a blood clot in his lung. Before starting an acting career, Farina spent nearly 2 decades working as a detective in the burglary division of the Chicago Police Department. Director Michael Mann hired him as a technical advisor for the 1981 crime film Thief, which led to small background parts and eventually full-time acting work. Farina built a long screen career, taking lead roles in television shows like Crime Story and playing Detective Joe Fontana on Law & Order. Moviegoers recognized him as the short-tempered mob chief Jimmy Serrano in Midnight Run, alongside supporting parts in Get Shorty, Snatch, and Saving Robert Ryan. Elizabeth Sladen, the English actress best known for her television role as investigative reporter Sarah Jane Smith, died at 63 from cancer.
She chose to keep her medical diagnosis private, making the announcement of her passing unexpected for viewers. Sladen made her debut on Doctor Who in 1973 opposite Jon Pertwee and continued on screen with Tom Baker. Her character became so popular among viewers that the BBC brought her back decades later in the revived 2005 series. That return led directly to her own spin-off series, The Sarah Jane Adventures, which ran for 5 seasons. Sladen also performed in British stage productions and made television appearances in long-running programs like Coronation Street and Z-Cars. Powers Booth, the character actor who built a career playing stern authority figures and antagonists, died at age 68 from cardiopulmonary arrest in his sleep at home. Raised in a Texas farming family, Booth studied drama at Southern Methodist University before performing classic plays with the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. His screen career took off in 1980 when he played cult leader Jim Jones in Guyana Tragedy, The Story of Jim Jones, winning an Emmy Award for the performance. He went on to play saloon owner Cy Tolliver in Deadwood, outlaw Curly Bill Brocious in Tombstone, and Vice President Noah Daniels in 24. His feature film work included roles in Red Dawn, Sin City, and The Avengers. Elizabeth Pena, the American film and television actress, died at age 55 from complications of liver cirrhosis, which brought on acute gastrointestinal bleeding and heart failure. Born in New Jersey to parents active in theater, Pena graduated from the High School of Performing Arts in New York before securing her first film work in 1979. She reached broad audiences playing Rosie Morales in the 1987 movie La Bamba and Jezebel in Jacob's Ladder. She also took on roles like Detective Tanya Johnson in Rush Hour and voiced the character Mirage in The Incredibles. On television, she made recurring appearances on LA Law and Modern Family and headed her own network sitcom titled Tough Cookies. Pete Postlethwaite, the character actor known for his distinctive facial features and intense performances, died at 64 following a long battle with cancer. He began his career performing in British theatrical companies, including the Everyman Theatre in Liverpool, before shifting toward feature films in the late 1980s. Postlethwaite earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor for playing Giuseppe Conlon in the 1993 drama In the Name of the Father. Director Steven Spielberg once described him as one of the finest actors in the business, casting him in The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and Amistad. His film resume also included major titles like The Usual Suspects, Brassed Off, Romeo plus Juliet, and The Town. Sam Shepard, the American playwright, author, and actor, died at 73 from complications of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease. He managed his condition privately during his later years while staying focused on his writing. Shepard wrote more than 40 stage plays over 5 decades and received the Pulitzer Prize for Drama in 1979 for Buried Child. As a film actor, he picked up an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor for his portrayal of experimental pilot Chuck Yeager in The Right Stuff. He appeared in numerous movies, including Days of Heaven, Fool for Love, Steel Magnolias, and Black Hawk Down, while publishing several collections of short stories. Gloria Stewart, the Hollywood screen actress whose performing career stretched across 8 decades, died at 100 from respiratory failure following a fight with lung cancer. She began working in movies during the 1930s under contract with Universal and Paramount, appearing in early titles like The Invisible Man, Gold Diggers of 1935, and Poor Little Rich Girl. She paused her acting career in the 1940s to focus on painting and decorative arts before returning to television and film work in the 1970s. Stewart gained international attention at age 87 when director James Cameron picked her to play the older Rose Dawson Calvert in Titanic. That performance resulted in an Academy Award nomination, making her the oldest nominee for a competitive acting Oscar.
John Polito, the character actor recognized for his rasping voice and expressive facial reactions, died at 65 from complications of multiple myeloma, a form of blood cancer. He started his career working on the New York stage, earning an Obie Award in 1980 for off-Broadway theater performances. Polito worked regularly with directors Joel and Ethan Coen, appearing in 5 of their movies, starting with mob chief Johnny Casper in Miller's Crossing. His work with the brothers extended to Barton Fink, The Hudsucker Proxy, The Big Lebowski, and The Man Who Wasn't There. On television, he played Detective Steve Crossetti in early seasons of Homicide: Life on the Street, alongside guest spots on Seinfeld and Modern Family. Rebecca Del Rio, the singer and songwriter known for her vocal range, died at age 57 after being found unresponsive in her Los Angeles home. Local authorities conducted an investigation into her passing, while family members shared the news with her listener base. Del Rio grew up in San Diego and started singing in local venues before meeting film director David Lynch. Lynch placed her in his 2001 movie Mulholland Drive, where she delivered an a cappella Spanish-language version of Roy Orbison's song Crying, titled Llorando, during a scene set in Club Silencio. That single scene introduced her to international audiences. She later performed music for the television series Twin Peaks: The Return and recorded several solo studio albums. Mick Ralphs, the English guitarist and songwriter who helped found 2 classic rock bands, died at age 81 from complications linked to a stroke he suffered years earlier. Ralphs first hit commercial music charts in the late 1960s as lead guitarist from Mott the Hoople, writing their track Ready for Love, before David Bowie handed the group All the Young Dudes. In 1973, he left that group to form Bad Company alongside singer Paul Rodgers. With Bad Company, Ralphs wrote some of the band's biggest radio hits, including Can't Get Enough and Feel Like Makin' Love. He toured with both outfits across multiple decades until health complications forced him to retire from stage performances in 2016. Billy Drago, the character actor who built a career playing movie villains, died at 73 from complications following a stroke. Born William Eugene Burroughs, he spent time working as a radio reporter and stunt rider before taking up acting in the late 1970s. He took the stage name Drago to prevent confusion with another registered actor. He gained widespread public attention for playing real-life mob hitman Frank Mitty in Brian De Palma's 1987 film The Untouchables. Across his career, Drago logged over 100 appearances in movies and television shows, including Clint Eastwood's Pale Rider, the creature feature Tremors 4, and the fantasy drama Charmed, where he played the demon Barbas. Alberta Watson, the Canadian screen actress, died at age 60 from complications linked to cancer while receiving care at a hospice in Toronto. She started acting in regional theater during her teenage years before booking her first feature films in the late 1970s. Watson drew attention for her work in independent cinema, taking major roles in Adam Egoyan's drama The Sweet Hereafter and David O. Russell's Spanking the Monkey. Television viewers knew her for playing intelligence agent Madeline Pierce in the series La Femme Nikita. She also played counter-terrorism director Aaron Driscoll in Season 4 of 24 and took guest roles in long-running Canadian shows like The Newsroom and Heartland. John Lodge, the English musician who served as bass player and singer for the Moody Blues, died suddenly at age 82. Born in Birmingham, Lodge joined the lineup of the Moody Blues in 1966 alongside singer Justin Hayward. He wrote and performed vocals on several of the band's hits, including I'm Just a Singer in a Rock and Roll Band, Ride My Seesaw, and Isn't Life Strange?
The band sold over 70 million records globally and gained entry into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018. Outside his work with the main group, Lodge produced solo records, organized acoustic concert tours, and collaborated with fellow musicians on studio projects throughout his lifetime. Kim Woodburn, the British television presenter, died at age 83 following a short illness. Born in Hampshire, Woodburn worked in service jobs, including professional housekeeping, before moving into television work later in life. She found widespread public fame in 2003 as co-host of the Channel 4 series How Clean Is Your House, presenting alongside Aggie Mackenzie. The reality series ran for 6 seasons and made her a familiar face on British television. Woodburn later joined the cast of several reality shows, finishing as runner-up in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here in 2009 and appearing on Celebrity Big Brother in 2017. She also released an autobiography detailing her early life. Reggie Bannister, the actor and musician, died at age 80 from complications of Lewy body dementia and Parkinson's disease at his California home. Bannister served in the United States military during the Vietnam War before shifting his focus toward music and acting. He built a fan base in the horror community, playing the shotgun-wielding ice cream vendor Reggie in the Phantasm film series, starting with the original 1979 release and continuing through 4 sequels spanning nearly 40 years. Beyond that horror franchise, Bannister acted in independent films, wrote soundtrack scores for low-budget movies, and traveled to fan conventions across the country to meet horror enthusiasts. Phylla de Law, the Scottish stage, film, and television actress, died at age 94. She passed away at her home with her family present. Law completed her training at the Bristol Old Vic Theatre School during the 1950s before establishing herself in theatrical productions. Over a career spanning 6 decades, she appeared in dozens of feature films and television shows, including Much Ado About Nothing, Peter's Friends, Emma, and Nanny McPhee. Law frequently shared the screen with her daughters, Oscar-winning actress Dame Emma Thompson and actress Sophie Thompson. She was appointed Officer of the Order of the British Empire, OBE, in 2014 for her contributions to drama and charitable causes. Marcia Hunt, one of the last surviving figures from Hollywood's studio era, died at 104 from natural causes at her California home. Hunt started her screen career in 1935 after signing a studio contract with Paramount Pictures at 17. She took roles in more than 50 feature films during the 1930s and 1940s, including Pride and Prejudice, These Glamour Girls, and Raw Deal. Her film work dried up during the 1950s after she publicly criticized the House Un-American Activities Committee, leading to her placement on the Hollywood blacklist. Following that setback, Hunt shifted to stage performances and television guest spots while directing her time toward humanitarian work and civil rights causes. Dennis Hopper, the American actor, filmmaker, and artist, died at age 74 from complications of prostate cancer at his home in Venice, California. Hopper made his film debut in the 1950s alongside James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause and Giant. He achieved major industry success in 1969 when he co-wrote, directed, and starred in the landmark independent film Easy Rider, earning an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Screenplay. Across his 5-decade screen career, Hopper appeared in iconic cinema roles, including an unhinged photojournalist in Apocalypse Now, the villainous Frank Booth in Blue Velvet, and a vengeful bomber in Speed. He earned a second Oscar nomination for his supporting role in Hoosiers, while maintaining an active career as a painter and photographer. Lee Thompson Young, the American actor, died at age 29 from a self-inflicted gunshot wound at his home in Los Angeles. Young began acting as a teenager and gained national popularity after winning the lead title role on the Disney Channel television series The Famous Jet Jackson.
He transitioned into feature films shortly after, taking on roles such as high school football player Chris Comer in the 2004 drama Friday Night Lights and appearing in Aquila and the Bee. On television, Young played superhero Victor Stone on Smallville before landing a main starring role as police detective Barry Frost on the TNT crime drama series Rizzoli and Isles. Off-camera, Young practiced martial arts and held a degree from the University of Southern California's School of Cinematic Arts.